Agriculture is one of the most promising sectors for creating jobs, boosting household incomes, increasing exports, improving livelihoods, guaranteeing food security, and ensuring adequate nutrition. It is among the best placed sectors to address the crucial underlying determinants of malnutrition and can positively affect food production, income, and consumption of nutritious foods needed for healthy and active lives. Alive to these realities, an integrated farmer a few kilometers from Lusaka's Kenneth Kaunda International Airport has ventured into the production of avocado, poultry, aquaculture, horticulture, forestry, and legume crops.
For Munkotachi farm. With my staff, I've only got the operations manager, who happens to be Mr. Munkotachi, who is here with me. Our development manager, business sales manager is not with me. He's attending a course at Kasise. And also, I think the other consultants are not here because they do part-time. This is the path we've taken so that we can try to reduce the risk of what we're doing, especially which we have started as much as possible. Because if you don't take the risk on agriculture, I think it's a big issue. So even as we think of going to an insurance company, first of all, we should make this place safe, as we are going to see. So agriculture is practical. I'm not an agriculturist, but I'm almost becoming one because I did an online course again in agribusiness. So we can talk. I think there are a lot of issues to talk. But basically, we've touched all areas in summary. But the major ones now is avocado and the poultry. But then the last point I'm going to talk about is related to what we've experienced. There's very big room for us to do value addition, especially in house avocado. I know
Munkotachi's planned avocado belt is nearing its first harvest from the 8-hectare anchor farm for export and the local market, despite challenges including a bad road and limited access to credit. Farm owner Christopher Lesa says he expected the first avocado harvest around March next year. Munkotachi Farm is working with small-scale farmers around the area who provide labor to the farm. The farm in turn trains the small-scale farmers and is assisting them with grafted plants. The farm will also buy avocado fruits from the small-scale farmers when ready for harvest. The interest by the small-scale farmers has been overwhelming, and the business is trying to tap into the various government programs, non-governmental organizations, and other financiers to invest in value addition.
there is a lot of bush around us here. There are a lot of farmers. If we can create a belt, like for example around this area, we create an avocado belt. Maybe cooperatives, if there are 20 cooperatives, each cooperative maybe does 1 hectare is supported with the seedlings, supported with the irrigation system. We can go along with
We may be bringing over 15 of such cooperatives. The other 10 will come out of Chisamba, Momboshi and elsewhere, so that we can spread the jobs. This is where there will be tax also being created and great revenues for the country. Continue talking to the proprietor here, Mr. Lesa, to see how best he can also extend some of the good things that we have seen here into other districts. I think so far we have boarded about 40 cooperatives from Chisamba. We are working with 10 cooperatives there. They are, by the time we came to know them, they didn't even have a profile. But right now, 60% are women, 40% are men, and the majority of those are the youths. So if you are talking of 20 cooperatives in that location, 10 cooperatives in that location times the 20 members, that's about 200 people. Average, I think each individual member would have about 8 dependents. Beyond that, we have also invited colleagues, also in form of cooperatives out of Mumbwa. Further, we are also talking to a group, a cahoot of other corps in this area as well. Finally, there will be also some cooperatives coming out of Sinda In total, there are 40 cooperatives, and with a membership of 4,000 members, 60% of that would be women, or would venture into things they will learn from here. And this farm is anchored on Hass avocado. Mr. Lesa will lead us to see what he has done over the many years. 3 months.
Because the indigenous people here, the ones I'm living with here, the biggest challenge they have, even those ones I've trying to work with as a scheme, outgrower scheme, they ask about water. Where am I going to get the water from to irrigate the trees? They are willing. They want to grow this. Because we've tried to explain. We've had meetings here where we meet people. They come in hundreds.
Tuzatenga mahuyu bali apatatenga mahuyu bali 5 tapaka chani doti ya mumunda tapaka santi mahuyu batatu na tulaimo game tunatishangie tambo vipinda ula kutusakaniza mensakaniza so.
Mr. Lesa said the output grower scheme was ultimately meant to improve the livelihoods of the local community once they sold the avocado, because the fruit fetched a lot of money on the market. Mr. Lesa said the government should put in place a deliberate policy to ease the acquisition of land titles and boost the capacity of small-scale farmers to produce for Zambia's benefit from the booming market for avocado.
Me, the only appeal I have is that I think these NGOs, government departments, I think, like for example, we are in Lusaka here, before they reach to these far-flung areas, they should take stock of what is around Lusaka. Because Lusaka, just Lusaka alone, Chongo area, it has got a very big hectarage of land, which can be utilized for various activities. That one I've experienced it. And of course, maybe the other challenge is, like how this land, which I've had since 2012, done a lot of activities, worked with the community. Whatever works we've done here, we've been doing with the community. We've tried to provide clean water. I think outside there, as you come in, you find a tap outside where people come to draw water. But also the documentation towards land, I think, must be looked into. Because I think, like this area around, most of the people, maybe they may be interested to start 1 or 2 activities, but I think they are limited in terms of no title can make me go anywhere. Maybe looking at what we've done here, I need financing. Like I'm talking about irrigation. I need financing to expand on my poultry now, because I've already spent what I've had, what I worked for. So I need to expand. I just need maybe to tap here and there. Then we complete the security.
Munkotachi produces its own maize and soya beans, which is processed into animal feed to cut down feed expenses for the layers, goats, and cows whose manure is used in the avocado plantation. This is to avoid chemicals that might be harmful to human beings.
Some of the chemicals which might be harmful to human beings. So in this case, we are trying to remove some chemicals which maybe if tested can cause some residues, and by so doing we are trying to protect the human being from getting contaminated food which can be harmful to the human beings. We are using organic type of farming. So we've got a poultry farm where we are getting chicken manure from. We've got some goats where we get goat manure, and also we've got some cows where we get cow dung. And when we get all these manures, I think we get a lot of leverage from these manures. And that's what we are using to actually make sure that we grow these plants without using any synthetic fertilizers.
Nkalamwaga Nchui village, nisebenza pa Munkotachi farm kwa Chitete, district Chongwe district, Kasisi area, Chitete village. Pano pa farm timachita vintu vambili, timashanga ma green peppers, na ma avocados tina ma portionary 5. Timasebenzesa fertilizer, timasebenzesa manure. Timachita mixed ya mbuzi na ya nkuku na yang'ombe tachita mixed pamozi eni niya maxima silenzesa.
The farm had previously produced around 4,000 village chickens and was looking into raising output to 10,000 chickens, selling of fertilized eggs to feed into another market. Currently, Munkotachi Farms produces around 350 trays of eggs per day.
Have capacity, but we are looking for investment, especially financial assistance, to try and expand to what we're able to hold, which is our full capacity of about 18,000 to 20,000 beds of layers. We hope that institutions like Ministry of Agriculture, the Ministry of Commerce, and maybe the Zambia development agencies, such institutions can come in, and even banks and other cooperating partners can come in, and that way we would be able to expand to food production. That would mean more egg production, more employment, because that would mean we would need to bring in more workers to work here.
Your facility here, I must say, I am presently surprised. And coming on the road and the distance that we were covering, I was wondering what we were going to see. But when we arrived, then that's when it hit me to say there's really opportunity that can be harnessed here. So from a national savings and credit bank perspective, NatSave, we would like to work with SMEs and farmers and upcoming businesses. The challenge that we've always had is lack of organization. So when we see a place that's organized like this, it gives us hope. Banks, we work with an audit trail. We work with evidence, and not just faith or a promise that I know that I'll do well. So when we see, promise that something is happening here, that there's organization, there's structure, we would like to support that. So from our vision, we deliver financial inclusion. That is our mandate, but it's been sort of a challenge to do that where there's no organization. And I'm happy that we've been able to come with other partners here, because it's about collaboration. We've got our colleagues from insurance, we've got Zambia Credit Guarantee Scheme. How can we sit together and come up with a solution that works? Because SMEs are risky. Farming is a risky business, but when you do farming in a structured manner and you have knowledge, and which you're demonstrating that you've made attempts to actually know what you're going to do and learn the business, then it makes life easier. Then your success rate is much higher. So it gives us confidence that you are invested in the business yourself. So you put your stake in. You've taken the step to invest in the business, which gives us encouragement. So we are willing to have a conversation with you and look at your needs and see how we can fit in to help you. So it's a discussion that we are open to have. So we are happy that Schweizer, you organized the trip and brought us here. So it's about partnerships. You bring us together to look at such viable operations. So thank you very much. Yeah.
Catholic brother Michael Safeli, who has been following the project, said there had been indiscriminate cutting down of trees in the area, and planting avocados should be supported not only to protect the environment, but to boost nutrition and the cosmetics industry. Brother Safeli said financial institutions and the government should take interest in the planned avocado belt and help small-scale farmers by working on the infrastructure such as roads and boreholes for irrigation.
Then for the past 3 years, I've been coming here with schools. I've been coming here groups of the youth, want to learn how to grow,
I said almost everything, and for us, when the financier is happy, we are also happy. We're a government bank, and I think our mandate is similar to what NatSave is doing, financial inclusion. But then the aspect you come in is how much can we collaborate with financial institutions to ensure that even if the facility doesn't do too well, we see how we chip in. But then we can only chip in on a viable business, and we will not just, we also use public funds. So we cannot just support what is not working. Hence you see us come here, leave our offices to see what is happening on the ground. And you will note that most of these agribusinesses, the missing link is the issue of the production process. And if that is not properly done, then your produce is not ready for market. I'm happy that Global Gap comes on board. We can have all this certification, and you also meet some of the things that we want, job creation through the outgrower schemes, and to us that excites us to come on board. So I won't say much. We're happy, we're here, and when the bank is happy, we'll definitely chip in and see how we can also support. Thanks, Mr. Joas, for bringing us here, and it's good that we're all collaborating. It's all about creating linkages, creating markets, and supporting the local community at the end of the day. So thank you so much. Yeah.
In 2014, we had drought where we supported so many farmers, and there was drought, but we made sure that each farmer was paid. We are doing all kinds of ventures with SMEs. Now, this is looking at Mr. Resa's farm, it's even more, it's advanced. Damas Farms, owned by Mr. Daka, is one of the successful Zambian, like what Mr. Resa started. In fact, those days, we even used to finance as ZISC. But we started together, the farm has grown. I think right now he's even able to compete with the white farmers in Mukushi. So, as ZISC General, in the final analysis, we stand ready to take up the risks at this farm, because we can see just from his own beginning, it's a very well organized venture, and just help. And so,
for sure, you guys have good products. So it's a pleasure to be here. Yeah, for real. Like, I'm not bluffing. That's for real. It's good what you're doing here. So take Zambia to the next level.